being at the doctor's office, and the doctor told me, he said, "You have cancer."
To some,
he's just a man.
He's just a man in a suit.
To others, just a Sunday voice behind a pulpit.
But to us,
he's a voice that called purpose out of pain.
the shepherd who never stopped believing, the pastor who poured out his life
so we could live
ours differently.
And now, from the very seats where we received, we speak
from our seats to your heart.
My name is Alphonse Curry Jr., but I go by Al Curry. Since I've been at Stonepoint, I've been in the usher ministry for a few times, and I'm currently now serving as Dr. Gene's armor bearer. I was way out in Santan Valley, which is way on the other side of town. I ran into a guy in a store, and we started talking, and at that time I was sharing my dad's poems with people. I kind of shared a poem with him, and we started talking, and he said, "You need to come to my church." And I'm thinking, we'll see. But it was right across the street from the church I was going to. So he told me about it. I came to visit, and then Pastor Gene talked to me the first day I came, which was key for me coming back. I wasn't sure I was coming back. He sat there and talked to me and said, next week we're doing a series called Desperate Sex Lives, which is about marriage counseling, and I needed that at the time. So the biggest challenge I had while I've been at Stonepoint, and that came in 2022, when I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. I had a Gleason score of a 3.4. A 3.4 is not that is a bad score, but it's intermediate. Because it had grown so rapidly, they treat it as a 4.3, which is much more aggressive. Because it wasn't just prostate cancer, it was the speed at which it had grown, and then within a short period of time it went to a 7. And then when another short period of time it went to a 17, and by the time I had to really deal with it, it was at 21. So that was a really high score. Being at the doctor's office, okay, and the doctor told me, he said, "You have cancer." I remember pacifically saying, "Okay, what do we do from here?" Don't get me wrong, there was some little apprehension there, but the first response that came out of me, not submitting to the fear of having cancer, but okay, what do we do from here? What are the procedures? And he went on to start telling me, okay, you can either do chemo, surgery, you can do radiation, or, you know, he gave me all these different things. And so if it was before Stonepoint, then I could probably told you a whole bunch of stuff. But since at that moment, that's how it was. And the doctor kind of looked at me like, "Oh, okay," and he started talking, regular, But scripture that stayed with me was, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God will deliver me out of them all." And that just stayed with me. I just knew I was going to be delivered from whatever it was. I knew I had too much to do, and I couldn't, be delayed like that and going through that. I decided to go ahead and have the surgery and have the prostate taken out. But I never will forget that the last service I came to before I had the surgery, Dr. Gene called me in his office and wanted to pray for me. And he prayed for me, told me that, God, I need him. And just what he said, I knew that I was good from that point on. You can't learn how to swim while you're drowning. I wouldn't have had in me what I had if I hadn't come under this teaching and the word and the leadership of Dr. Gene to teach us, for us to know that who we are. Because I think it's a foundation for all believers. If you get that part down, if you know who you are, if you know God got you, it's based on what Jesus did for you and gave up his life for you. If you can really get that down, then that helps with all the rest. Happy birthday, sir. Thank you for all you've done for not just me, but for so many people. We love you. God bless you, and have a super happy birthday. You're lucky I got to go, because I was going to sing you a song, so we'll let it go with that. Actually, I'm back. But I know this wouldn't be a birthday for Pastor if I couldn't sing a song to him. So I'm going to sing, "Never would have made it, never could have made it without you." Thank you, sir. God bless you. I love you, and happy birthday.